Hello everyone, my name is Loro, and welcome to Amnesia, The Dark Descent. It's been forever since I played this. I mean, this is kind of like blast of the past for me, but mmm, gotta love the music. Yeah, let's get started, because we're playing on hard mode, and hard mode is brutally hard. Actually, let's not play on hard mode. Hard mode is, yeah, it's brutally hard. Um, And I just don't feel like doing that. I feel like just enjoying Amnesia because Amnesia is really, 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 really good. If you haven't ever heard of Amnesia, which, I mean, how are you here? One, it is a game where you have no defenses, and the only way you're able to live is to hide or run.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is I am Daniel.
Follow the liquid trail and find its source. So if you've ever heard of Amnesia, again, how are you here? It's very good. It's an excellent horror game. It is a classic among the horror games, I would say. Simply because its presentation really rocked the whole of how horror games are presented now, honestly. And it's extremely well done. Even for today, it is still one of the better horror games on the market. What is my character doing? Oh my god. Hello? There are also a bunch of custom stories for Amnesia, although we are going to be playing Dark Descent for now. Traveling to Dover and going through Canterbury, he made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with the neglect of the family. Witnessing unsettling events will reduce your sanity. It can also be increased by completing puzzles and making progress. Yeah, so this little brain here represents our sanity, and we are currently having a slight headache. Now, if you're the farther your sanity drops, the more danger you are in. Of course, you also have your health. You have tinder boxes, which are used to light candles, oil, which is used for the lantern, which we do not have yet. Notes, diaries, no diaries. Yeah. But basically, that's just a simple AI, simple UI. There's not much to it. Ah, the lantern. Okay, so we now have the lantern. And the lantern is extremely, extremely important. And you should keep it off for as long as you can, because most stuff does not reduce your sanity unless you're standing in the dark for... Okay, that earthquake interrupted me. Unless you're standing in the dark for far, far, far too long, you should be fine.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Anywho, that's the plot of the story. You're supposed to go as far as you can and kill an old man who has done horrible, 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 horrible things. Where's the switch? Should we switch around here? Oh, here it is. Oh, the old textures. Main entrance. A fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth. Turk's delights, he thought, just like the ones of the consulate in Constantinople. Welcome to basically the tutorial area.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg.
Welcome to Brandenburg Castle. Yeah, we can't leave. I think we go to the wine cellar. Go into the wine cellar quite yet. Fudge. But I think we go up here first. Archives, yeah. Fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden, in fear she too would be punished.
17th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Did you know there's an achievement for collecting every single one of these tender boxes? Which we're not doing. That's going to take forever. I can't imagine the insanity of trying to get that. I hereby offer my full attention to servicers, Alexander Brandenburg. This contract with for a total of 3 years, and when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brandenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian Royal Court within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Garrett.
'17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Oh, I was just checking. Daniel's diary is really interesting because there's a lot of contradictions in it and a lot of really strange happenings. I'm gonna try and get every piece of it. Spooky. It's like headache. Okay. Oh, great! The haunted piano's here. We're open. It's blocked. You know, this particular hallway reminds me of The Shining because of how. Okay, we're gonna put oil on our lantern. What the heck was that? Oh, blood from the ceiling. Great. Oil.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Piano's back. Great, great. Now we're trapped in this place. Daniel, you good? Oh,
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
the orb. Oh, the orb is such an interesting part of Amnesia. Unit pressure, central pressure. There's like so much attached to the orb. These 7 tinderboxes, nice.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Local Fort Lord. Outstop the Brandenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore's assault, deep within the Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brandenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains, dressed in scattered lakes, it's picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back. I don't feel like reading this. It's too long. Still, it's nice to collect the notes. Where is the book? Picked up the wine cellar key. Regarding the closing of the wine cellar, Willem is full of endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of of human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail up to Brandenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation to the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men will leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first. They can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine to, in a sense, solve both of my problems. Okay, we made it to the entrance hall! A handful of sand trickled from the crumbling stone ceiling and pushed down on the brim of his head. He braced himself as the cat had suddenly shifted and settled. Ow! His pounding and hands are shaking. Alright, well, we got the wine cellar key. The dunes are like waves in a sluggish sea. While the cavern moved, the land appeared motionless, but in the camp, the hills moved.
Where did the Baron go? Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Get up, Daniel. Yeesh.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
My name is Wilhelm, the House of Garrett. Okay, I'm gonna let people pause, read this, because I do not feel like reading this entire thing.
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Became impossible to avoid. The commotion in the streets begged for his attention. As he opened the shutters, the French soldiers opened fire on two of the young men fighting back. Their voices were silenced in a haze of gun smoke. Ow. Got bound by the chasm of wall gasped for air, swept from his forehead and onto the sand-filled ground.
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aquafortis.
One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you and my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I am better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, whereas I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. Oh no. Pot of acid. All right. Ow. Oh my god. Binary. Klaus smelled of desert and damp musk. The pieces lay scrambled on top. Too many of them, he thought, or perhaps too few.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason for the darkness, that is?
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
What is this place?
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to leave this episode here. Um, yeah. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. It's a Beach of the Dark Descent. It's terrifying. I love it. Ooh. Ooh, this is fun. Did play a lot of the intros, so that's how I knew kind of exactly where to go, but these next couple parts, I will be losing my mind and going crazy looking for solutions. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Bye.